The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gyan Krishna. I'm the National Sales Manager for TVET at Macmillan Publishers. We are delighted to be presenting this webinar and supporting you every step of the way as you prepare to implement the new curriculum in 2021. By now, you should have received our printed sample copies, links to ebooks, information videos, and curriculum guidelines. If you have not yet seen a copy of our book, you can drop me an email. I'll put my email address in the chat box and I'll respond with the link to the ebook. Today's webinar is presented by Asiya Ramdani. She's a seasoned TVET lecturer, having taught a number of business courses. She holds diplomas in financial management, project management, business and HR management. She is currently studying towards an MBA. So over to Asiya to start the webinar.
Good afternoon, lecturers. Welcome to the Info Financial Accounting webinar. Stay focused and feel free to engage and respond with questions. This can be done using the chat toolbox. In this webinar, I want to briefly review and discuss the new curriculum outcomes for financial accounting. Discuss how this affects the learning content, your academic year, and your assessment. Then show you how the Macmillan TVET first book for financial accounting info supports your teaching. As you may know, the TVET curriculum for many subjects have been updated for implementation in 2021. Let's have a look at what these changes are and how this affects your teaching and for financial accounting info. The revised syllabus has been handed to all colleagues. In financial accounting, the general and specific aims remain the same. The content remains the same. Financial accounting as a subject continues to aim at developing a set of skills that will enable students to succeed in the workplace in the field of accounting. It enables students to deal with the basic demands of an accounting occupation confidentiality. This is a slide on the content of the new curriculum. If we compare the learning content of the old and the new curricula, the following important changes have been made. The number of modules has increased from 5 modules to 6 modules to be completed in the same time of 15 weeks. The weighting of the marks per module are adjusted accordingly. If you look at the weighting and the time spent, we can see that the curriculum requires an additional module. So there are now 6 modules. The time for module 1 revision has been reduced to 3 weeks and the weighting from 40% to 25%. Module 2, accounting entries for a trading concern according to the perpetual inventory system is also 3 weeks, worth 15% of the total of the cost. Module 3, accounting by the periodic inventory system, also 3 weeks, and it's worth 15%. Module 4, departmental accounts is allocated 2 weeks and it's worth 15%. Module 5, non-profit organization is allocated 2 weeks and it's worth 15%. Finally, module 6, statement of cash flow is given 2 weeks and it's worth 15%. All of the weighting has changed in the content. A student will be able to gain entrance in the exams by maintaining more than 40% in the semester marks. As we can see, the weighting has changed and being simplified. The weighting of cognitive skills has changed for the exams, and the exams are set according to the weighting stipulated. Application, analysis, evaluation, and problem solving of the learning content are important aspects in determining a student's knowledge and understanding of the learning content of the instructional offering. Knowledge can be tested between 30 to 50%, application 20 to 30%, and analysis 20 to 30%. The weighting must total to 100%. As fellow lecturers, we all are concerned about our students being competent, and exams are major concern to all of us. Preparing the students for the exams are of utmost importance. On page 4 of the curriculum document, this table shows the allocation of marks on the examination question paper. This shows how the different modules have been allocated. The paper will be set out of 200. Each module has a mark allocated. Module 1, which is the introduction to revision, you can set it according to plus minus 40 marks. Financial statements, continuous inventory systems, and periodic inventory systems carries most of the marks, which is plus minus 75%. Departmental accounts carries plus minus 25%. Non-profit organizations plus minus 20%. Statement of cash flow plus minus 40%. This is a total of 200. The marks, the question paper will be set exactly the same. Any questions that you have, you can post on the chat box and we can answer it as we're going along. The practical component of financial accounting. The practical component, which are assignments and projects, are aimed at preparing the statement for the world of work in general and the execution of accounting functions in particular. The practical components are also aimed at increasing the student's foundational accounting competence level in such a way that he or she can be productive in a job for which an accounting background is required, and thus play a productive role in our society and economy. I will introduce you to our framework and structures. There are no changes made to the accounting equation, the ledger accounts, and the statement of cash flow. All remains the same. The changes are made on Annexure C, D, E, and F. Annexure C, the structures of the journal. The framework has changed. Annexure D, the statement of profit and loss, which was previously the income statement. The format has changed. Annexure E, statement of financial position, previously known as the balance sheet, has changed. And lastly, the statement of changes in equity, the format has changed. All these will be shown in the slides to follow. Annexure C, in the CRJ for both perpetual and periodic inventory systems, 2 columns are changed. Trade receivables instead of debtors control, and settlement discount granted instead of discount allowed. These are the only two changes in the CRJ. The same changes are made to the periodic inventory system, trade receivables and settlement discount granted. In the CPJ for both perpetual and periodic inventory systems, two columns are changed. Trade payables instead of creditors control, and settlement discount received instead of discount received. The same changes are made to the periodic system. The two columns, trade payables, settlement discount received. In the same Annexure C, there are changes to the salaries journal, but no changes to the wages journal. The salaries journal, the gross wage column has now changed to the gross salary. In the periodic and perpetual methods of recording inventory, there are changes to the explanation of theory and accounting transactions. Changes are related to the terminologies and the calculations as well as the template. These are all the changes that are done on the journals. This is the income statement, which is now called the statement of profit and loss. There are new terminologies. Sales is changed to revenue. To calculate revenue, we take sales returns minus settlement discount granted. That's one of the changes in the profit and loss statement. In the old format, we would subtract operating expenses. Now we use the term less distribution, administrative, and other expenses. We subtract the distribution, administrative, and other expenses to calculate. Now we are calculating the profit and loss. We calculate the other comprehensive income and total comprehensive income for the year. The income statement, the format has changed. The lecturer must teach the learners to remember the format. This will not be given in the exams. The periodic inventory systems of the statement of profit and loss, the same changes are made accordingly to the perpetual method. The new balance sheet is known as the statement of financial position. Prepaid expenses is known now as prepayments and is added to the current assets. And the income received in advance was previously entered in the notes and now has been entered in the current liabilities. Those are the only two changes in the statement of financial position known as the balance sheet. This is an example from the textbook on how to do the calculations for the statement of equity. It's clearly shown how to calculate the statement of changes, which was known as the notes. The statement of changes in equity is the balance at the beginning of the year, date, month, and year. Add comprehensive income or less loss for the year. Less drawings will give you balance at the end of the year, date, month, and year. The new content for Module 1. The changes to Module 1 are mostly updating of terminology. For example, the sales journal was previously known as the debtors journal. The purchases journal was previously known as the creditors journal. The sales returns journal was previously known as the debtors allowances journal. Purchases returns journal was previously known as the creditors allowances journal. These journals, the terminology has changed. In the examination, students must be able to do supplementary entries on the cash journal or cash books, which is the CRJ, CPJ, debtors journal, debtors allowances journal, creditors journal, creditors allowances journal, and other journals. The students must also be able to compile the bank account in the ledger and prepare a bank reconciliation statement. These are the changes to the assessment. To support students and lecturers to align their studies to the new curriculum, Macmillan and Turpin have collaborated to produce an updated series of books, including Financial Accounting in 4. The student book is supported by a lecturer guide and a workbook for students. The book is completely curriculum aligned and covers every outcome, topic, module in the same order. The titles in the book are not exactly the same as the titles used in the curriculum. The wording differs from the syllabus. As you can see, this is Module 1 to Module 6. The wordings differ, but we have Module 1 has the revision of introductory financial accounting. Module 2, advanced accounting entries for trading concern. Module 3, more advanced accounting entries for trading concern. So Module 2 and 3 are advanced entries. Module 4, departmental accounts according to the periodic system. Module 5, organizations with a profit motive, non-profit organization. And lastly, statement of cash flow. Let me tell you more about the author. She is Moira Richards. She's a retired practicing accountant, a former lecturer at Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University. She's an author, a co-author of more than a dozen textbooks and study guides in secondary and tertiary level accounting and related subjects. I would like to find out what key features do you like to see in a textbook. We are going to do this in the form of a poll. My colleague Gan will assist in conducting the poll. Over to you, Gan.
Hi, everyone. You've got a number of choices, so you can choose more than one, and we'll be able to determine the percentage voting as you click on your options. So the poll has been launched. You can make your choices right now. So activities seem to be the most important feature for all of you. It's sitting at 92%. We'll just give you a few more seconds for those of you that are still deciding which are the most important features. Okay, we've got 75% of you that have voted, 25% still need to vote. Another 10% need to vote. Okay, we're up to 88%. Okay, we still at 88. It seems like the other 12% are still deciding. Okay, I'm going to close the poll now that you've had 2 minutes to decide. So the features that all of you consider the most important are activities at 95%, vocabulary summaries at 52%, vocabulary at 48%, diagrams and flowcharts at 48%, and then overview at 29%. So I think when you look at the book, you'll see how closely this correlates with what you consider to be important. Okay, thank you very much for your participation, and Asiya will continue with the webinar.
Thank you for your participation. The modules and units of the Macmillan book are aligned throughout with the prescribed modules for the N4 level of financial accounting in the IFRS curriculum. Details of how the textbooks are aligned with the learning outcomes of the curriculum are explained further in the textbook. In a few places, the textbook departs from learning sequences presented in the curriculum in order to group concepts for easier understanding. As we said in the poll, we need a lot of activities. A lot of activities are given in the textbook. These are some of the screenshots of Module 1 from the textbook. This can be used as a template for your planning as a lesson plan. The introduction of our book aligns the units of the book, the student book activities, assignments and tasks with the learning outcomes and content required in the new curriculum. As you can see the screenshot of the textbook, in Module 1, you have a unit in student book, the learning outcomes of the book, the student book activity, which activity you can start with, and any assignments that are given. You also can see how many weeks you can continue, for example, with Module 1, the weeks that are handed over, how many weeks you can do the work for. Okay. Module 1 to 6 includes clear outcomes and a mind map overview of its content. The book has from Module 1 right up to Module 6. You can see the last module clearly. It says the statement of cash flow. All the modules have an overview and outcomes. All topics are introduced and clarified with scaffolded examples and activities to promote students' understanding of the underlying concepts, as well as proficiency in assessments and exams. There's examples here. You can see example 5.12, inflow or outflow of cash due to the long-term loans received or repaid. There's an activity also on the departmental purchases account. You can do the general ledger. Also, there's a trading statement. These are some of the examples required by the syllabus. There's a full diagram of an accounting cycle from the beginning right to the end, from the source document right to drawing up the post-closing trial balance. The learners will understand this and get more clarity on the account, on a financial accounting info. A full and clear explanation of topics that students struggle with most are shown. For example, reconciliation, statement of changes in equity, and statements of cash flow. Many students struggle with terminology, and this keyword features will help the students to better understand the content. Look at the keyword features. We have accrued expenses, book value, bad debt recovered, carriage costs. These are all the keywords that are given to the learner in the textbook. The tabulated information is the forms of ownership in Module 1. This will help the student to learn the concepts easily. You have the organizations, the number of investors or owners, and the advantages and disadvantages are given to you, tabulated. Sole trader, partnership, and there's the other forms of ownership. This also makes it easy for learners to SWOT. Another special feature are the diagrams and flowcharts. Ample worked examples, activities, and assessments are given. This other features are online links to learning materials and videos. If you look on the screen, there's an online website where you can go and get learning material, get videos, and also there's given exam tips are given for learners to work on how to create how to create your journals, how to do your ledger accounts. This also can be shown to the learner where the learner learns visually. You have different types of learners. You can do it on visual or on the textbook. Another special feature is every module ends with a summary to provide students with an overview and revision of the most important points they need to know. There's an overview of Module 1. You have the accounting theory is based on all the basic concepts. Then you have your units, the types of organizations, the Unit 1.3, the business activities, and Unit 1.4, accounting equations. All given to you how to calculate it, how to debit or credit the entries. This special feature is the practice for the exams. It is at the back of the textbook. The special feature is all questions about the module, what can be assessed. These students can use for studying purposes. Also, lecturers can use questions from there to ask in the assessments. And this will make it much more easier for learners to do well in the exams, to perform well in the assessment and have a proper ICAS mark for the exams. I think you can see that the TVET first books for financial accounting more than meets your expectation from the poll. The book is carefully aligned to the new curriculum requirements and learning outcomes. Each module provides an overview of what to expect, plenty of clear and useful examples and activities that provide the practice that your students need. The web links, keywords, diagrams, summaries, exam tips and assessments are all features of the book, and that help students to study successfully. Look no further. Our TVET first book helps you and your students to excel in financial accounting. Thank you. If there's any questions, please send it through the chat box. We will answer it.
I haven't seen any questions being typed in yet, so here's the opportunity to clarify any topics that you may have, any thing that needs deeper understanding or more explanation. Here's the opportunity to do so. Please just type your message in the chat box, and Asiya will try and answer your question. Mr. Masala, can you type your question? Because I think, are you able to unmute yourself? Mr. Masala? Would you like to pose your question?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Good. Yes, I just wanted to know something. Can you please just also email us this this video so that we can go through it again?
Yes, I'll be happy to do so.
Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
I'll just make, we'll send it out to everyone. Have you not seen it yet?
Not yet. I just want the whole presentation and all that so that
just to clarify, which videos were you referring to?
The one that we just had now. I don't know if you recorded it or not.
Oh, the presentation. You want the presentation?
Yeah.
Yes, the presentation is being recorded. It's being recorded, so we'll share that with you, no problem. Thank you. I think it's Zanele.
Okay, thank you.
Zanele, can you unmute yourself? Or is it Colin and Bona? Colin, you can go ahead.
Colin.
Or is it Colleen? Colleen or Colin and Bona? Seems like you have a question. Your hand is up. Your mic is unmuted, so you may go ahead. Okay, we're not hearing from you. You can type the question if you have it. Tankiso, can you unmute yourself and pose your question, please?
Hello? Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. Yes, actually, I was okay, during the presentation, yes, okay, due to the network problem on this my side, some of the things I didn't see, but okay.
Right.
My question is the examiner?
Yes.
Is the examiner going to use the Macmillan textbook, or are they going to use different textbooks?
I think
so that at least we can.
Yeah.
Which one are they going to use so that? Is it a future manager or what? So that at least we can know, because now I can see, but I don't see, if I'm checking correctly, the textbooks that I have received, I can't see Macmillan. I'm trying to check which one is for Macmillan, because some of the things that I've checked on the syllabus,
yes,
that are highlighted there on Macmillan.
Okay.
On Macmillan,
the book looks like the one on the screen.
Yes, it's a white book with a bit of an orange cover. It's got white and orange. I can send you a link.
Similar to the one on the screen.
Yeah, I think.
Let me check. Yes.
I think an examiner's responsibility is to use more than one textbook. I don't think it's fair to just use a single textbook. It makes sense to, to look across the spectrum of books available when exams are set. But at this stage, remember, this is a new book, so exams won't be set as yet. These books have just been approved.
Okay.
So your exam folders won't be ready at this stage.
Okay.
All right.
So
what we'll do is we'll share the presentation with you, and we'll share all the links, so you could have a look at the ebook version of the hard copy as well.
Oh, all right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, that will be helpful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other question?
Yeah, I see Kasango has got a hand up. If you just unmute yourself, you can pose your question. Kasango.
Yes, is it possible for me to get the ebook as well?
Yeah, we'll send you the link and then you can view the ebook. No problem. Everyone's going to get it. Whoever attended today's webinar will be able to access that.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, because I've attended the other one and never received it.
Sorry, you didn't? No, we will send it at the end of this session. So we've got a collection of all those that attended both sessions.
Okay. So you said the presentation we had today.
You'll get that
from already next year. No, my question is from already next year January we put this one in.
That's right.
Application. Should we start with this one?
That's correct. Yeah. Because the new curriculum kicks in January 2021. So you should be teaching to the new curriculum.
That's correct. Thank you.
Right. Okay, thank you. You can unmute yourself. El Mpaka, please unmute yourself. If you have a question, just unmute yourself and pose your question. Please don't wait. You don't have to wait.
Okay, I just wanted to check in terms of availability of the previous copies for other discussions. How exactly are we going to get them?
Which copies are you talking about?
Computer practice, the other ones. I think we have never received any links with regards to those.
Have you attended the computer practice?
Yes, we did.
Okay, you should be getting that in the next few days. Yeah, within this week you should receive that.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Okay, is there anything further from your side? Anyone else wants to raise something? Have we dealt with everyone? Martha, have we dealt with yours? Not yet. Unmute yourself, Martha, and you can pose your question. Martha, I'm not hearing you. Anyone else, if you've got a question, please unmute and carry on.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My question is, I hear you guys are saying from next year we'll be using this, applying these changes going forward.
That's right.
My understanding is that the paper, for instance, the paper for next year has already been set.
Yeah, they would have set it based on the curriculum documents then.
Is it?
Yeah, they would have used the curriculum documents.
Will be applied will not be clashing with whatever that will be.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, the exam paper would have been set on the new curriculum documents. The textbooks are also based on the new curriculum documents. So there's a great deal of overlap and correlation. So you have nothing to worry about. And these books, remember, have been submitted to TVET for approval. They've been approved. They've been approved by the screen. So you can rest assured that everything is okay.
Everything. Yeah. Not a problem. And in terms of the availability and stuff like that, you've already printed and everything. Books are ready.
Well, they're going into print now. So you should, which college are you calling from?
Elangeni College in Pinetown.
By the time you place your order, then the copies will be available. We'll have stock for you. So there's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, please go ahead. Next person.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, my question it's hello?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Yes. I'd like to check in terms of a financial aspect, in terms of the cost of the books and all. How much are they going for, so that at least we'll be prepared to know how much is the cost of the whole package?
You mean the cost of the textbook?
Yes. If we are to get hard copy.
Yeah, no. Once we have the final copy in stock, if your college is offering, is purchasing, remember they get a discount. So you won't pay the normal price. You'll get a discounted price.
Okay.
All right. And I'm sure you can order through your college, so you will get that benefit as well.
Oh, that's good. Well, checking City College in Chata.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead. Is it Kasongo?
Yes.
Yes. No, it's for me. It's just a comment. I would like to say thank you for changing the curriculum, because I personally, myself, I experienced problem with the student coming from school for
Right.
matric
Yes.
already have these changes.
Yeah.
So it was giving us a problem when they answer, they always confused, you see. So,
Right.
but I'm so glad we finally get this. Because anyway, I was teaching both myself.
Okay.
I used to teach the according to the IFL as well as the old syllabi. But
Okay.
anyway, but thank you very much for that.
Okay. Aslia, you just want to comment on the curriculum change and why that was necessary?
No, I was just trying to say it's. Sorry.
Okay, carry on speaking. It's fine. Okay, you know, the curriculum changed due to the fact that the formats and all the entire thing, we went according to the IFRS, we followed the IFRS, and that is how we went about changing the curriculum. The templates have also changed. You can see the income statement to the profit and loss. Exactly same changes were made from, we used the metric grade 12, looked at their book, and we also seen that the templates has changed. So we wanted to align it with them. So as you say, it makes it much more easier for teaching and learning to continue.
Exactly. It makes it very easier for me now, because I've been teaching both of them in the past.
It was difficult.
Yeah. So I was teaching both. I will actually comment on the old one and telling them we don't know. Maybe the Zamana must change again, so we must actually know both of them. But now,
yes, because the old curriculum. Yeah, the old curriculum was difficult because now the papers were set according to the old curriculum. Now everything is aligned to the new curriculum from the textbooks to the exam.
Thank you very much, because the student, the learners from school, when they come to us, they were like, "Me, what are you saying? Why are you calling it income statement? But you used to call it." Then I say, "Okay, it will change, but I don't know when." Yeah, but I'm so glad it's changed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Anyone else?
Okay, is there anything further? I see hands up, so you can just unmute yourself and pose your question.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
yes, Mavuso.
I just want to ask. Yes, I just want to ask about the curriculum for N5. When is it going to change? Because it's going to give us a problem, because we are going to teach the new curriculum in N4, then in N5, then the curriculum will be the old one.
So N4 will be implemented in January, and N5 should be in July next year, 6 months later.
Sure. Oh, no, thanks. That wonderful, that good. Because I was wondering if we were going to teach them the syllabus N5.
Yeah, because
inside N6.
Yeah, you see your N4s. Yeah, your N4s will move into N5, so they would have been taught under the N4 new curriculum. So it would make sense for them to be the new lot for N5 as well. So that'll be a continuation from N4. Okay, and there'll be new textbooks out for the N5 sometime next year. So around about March, April, you should have new books for that for the N5. Okay, thank you, Mapuzo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Mokwenya, yeah. Tankiso, right?
Yes, okay.
You may go ahead.
Yes. All right. Yeah, okay. I can see that the copy that you have just that I have is not final draft, ne?
No, it's not.
It says it's not a final not final copy.
Yeah.
It says it's not a final copy.
Yes,
and it means it's still going to be edited.
Yes,
or
yes.
made some editing.
Yes, it'll be ready for print. When it goes to print, then there's absolutely no errors. It's error-free and it's 100% corrected.
Yes. Also, what I wondered actually, Because what I've realized, these students, when they come from high school,
yes,
when it comes to the transactions, analyzing them and interpreting them, it seems like it's a huge problem. Even though when it is written in black and white,
right.
For in case when you come to the bank reconciliation, I don't know, the statement of bank reconciliation, it's sometimes they don't know on which, if the transaction says this, how do they deal with it? So we are trying to explain to them, but they don't listen. I think it was going to be best if it can be included inside the textbook to say if the transaction goes like this enters in the bank reconciliation, cash receipts, cash payments, do this. If this one doesn't go where, I think that table can assist them, but that's my input on the textbook. If it can have that part regarding the reconciliation statement, bank reconciliation, it will assist them.
Thank you. There are changes in the textbook. At the end of every module, there's a summary, and the summary is shown where the bank CRJ entries. The first activity will show that the CPJ, where the entire transactions have been entered and how you go and enter it in the bank recon. A full explanation must be given by the lecturer.
Okay, but with the type of restriction. Okay, thank you.
Okay, can we move on to Spilele? Spilele?
Hi, yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I just want to find out if sorry if I'm out of the topic that we're discussing, but things like VAT, I'm not sure if there will be any transaction where students need to calculate VAT. Has that been updated? Because Mbona, or who we actually online with right now, is my colleague.
All right. It should show 15%.
Problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay.
new
Yeah.
content, it
We've
has to
had
be
issues
15%.
where.
Yeah.
Exactly. We've had issues where students will calculate at 14%, and the book was still saying 14% after the VAT was changed to 15% long time ago.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yeah.
it's updated. That is.
No, it's been updated.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you for your interaction and feedback. It's much appreciated. I hope you benefited from today's session. And all the best as you implement the new curriculum. So we'll be sending you all the documents that we've spoken about, the videos as well, and links to ebooks. Thank you very much and goodbye. Thank you, Asiya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
This was short and sweet. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.